This is from my series of My Main Character, and it's called Our Main Character Shits in His Pants on Tuesdays. Our main character noticed that he was shitting in his pants. It wasn't a regular thing, it just seemed to happen every so often. His friends noticed. It's important to have friends who notice, friends who know you, friends who know your habits, friends who recognize when something goes astray. It started with one friend noticing while hanging out with our main character, there was a smell. It smelled like shit. His friends didn't say anything, thought it was just a bad day since they had met the day before and everything seemed to be fine, there wasn't any smell. Everyone has bad days. Sometimes you stay in bed, don't shower, can barely drag yourself places. The next time they saw our main character, there wasn't the smell of shit. But that wasn't a Tuesday. Maybe it was a Wednesday or a Saturday. At this point, no one had thought about what day it was and what that had to do with our main character shitting in his pants. Then friends start complaining to each other. Our main character smells of shit. It wasn't a pleasant experience. No one wants to smell shit. Try to avoid smelling shit, especially someone else's. Having a hard enough time smelling one's own shit. And since everyone has to take so much shit every day all the time, you don't want to smell it on top of it. No one could figure out what was going on. Our main character didn't seem that old. Was our main character having trouble controlling his bowels? Did our main character need diapers already? Was this contagious? Was it cancerous? Our main character hadn't gone to his colonoscopy exam, so maybe that was it. Everyone else had done the colonoscopy exam. Now he was shitting in his pants. A committee had formed to look into the shitting and decided that's what happens when you don't do what they tell you to do. He's paying for it now. Our main character was a little numb from the barrage of information called reality. Yet our main character was aware that there was shit in his pants on a regular basis, and there hadn't been before. He wished that there wasn't shit in his pants. It was embarrassing, and our main character was trying to figure out ways to cover it up. He was hoping it would stop, and he was encouraged at times when it did, but then there it would be again. It took a while before his friends noticed a pattern and pinned it down. That it was on Tuesday, with friends talking to each other. The ones who met him on Tuesday talked with others who met him on another day, and they soon put it together. It happens on Tuesday. So our main character's friends told our main character they knew. He was shitting in his pants. No reason to try and hide it anymore. Everybody knows. Let's acknowledge it. There was an initial sense of relief that it had been figured out that our main character shits in his pants on Tuesdays. Our main character lived in a community of people who dealt with other people's shit and they tried to help each other out. So some offered extra pairs of pants when Tuesday came along. Others went into deep psychological analysis. They wanted to know why our main character was shitting on Tuesday, what was going on Tuesdays. Our main character was meeting with his lover on Tuesday, and some wondered, this is an unconscious thing, that our main character really didn't want to be in this relationship. Instead of dealing with it, our main character was doing this, and eventually there would be a breakup, and they would be stating they couldn't deal with our main character's shit. But that wasn't it. What finally got acknowledged by the community was that there were now men and women in uniforms who would show up. And you had to have your papers in order. You had to not be holding some kind of contraband, which was decided on a daily basis what that might be. So it was always changing. So no one ever knew if they were holding contraband. Everyone did notice that some were being taken away. With all this introspection and looking at all the ways and whys our character was shitting in his pants on Tuesdays, it became clear to everyone, as each person acknowledged, that everyone was feeling uneasy on Tuesdays. Some got sick to their stomachs, others drank heavily, some would hide in closets. There was various actions and reactions. People had been doing on Tuesdays when the uniforms came around and asked for everyone's papers to see if everything was in order. That today could be the day you could be taken away. That's when it became clear to everyone why our main character shit in his pants on Tuesdays.
Yeah.